What's up, guys? This is the NJB, and this is the second part of my video on my wish list for Watch Dogs 3. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I did kind of cut the video in half, so I had to put this intro in just to make sure the video didn't sound weird and so it makes sense. So hopefully you guys enjoy the second part. This video will start exactly where the last one left off, so just continue with the points. So we're just gonna continue with that. Moving on to the next point, and this is something that really annoys me in Watch Dogs 2. So, in Watch Dogs 1, you could, like whenever you're going to a gang hideout or you're going to any kind of hideout, I'm pretty sure they're mostly just gang hideouts in Watch Dogs, you can look at the guards and you can see who can call in reinforcements. And in Watch Dogs 1, it would only be like 1 or 2 guards that can call in reinforcements, and even in that case, they wouldn't call in reinforcements once you're spotted. They'd kind of wait a bit, and then once they start losing numbers, then they'll call in reinforcements. In Watch Dogs 2, like there are times in gang hideouts or Homeland Security hideouts that every single guard can call in reinforcements. And as soon as you get spotted, they don't wait for them to lose numbers. They call in reinforcements right away. And that is the most annoying thing in Watch Dogs 2. I mean, I can still like take out everyone there, even in reinforcements, but it's still annoying that you have to worry about every single person being able to call in reinforcements. And I just really don't like that in Watch Dogs 2. I don't recall that if you can disable the reinforcements in Watch Dogs 2. I remember in Watch Dogs 1 you can do that, but in Watch Dogs 2, I doubt you can disable for every single one of them if you can. Like I said, I don't remember, but for every single guard, it's just annoying, and I really feel like it's just ridiculous, and it makes the game really frustrating to play. I mean, every single guard, you can have like 5 guards calling in reinforcements, and if you're playing like on a big area, and let's say you got spotted, but you're like far out, and you just don't want them to call in reinforcements because you're like away. If you use the disruptor, it may not affect some guards who are like far away, like if they were calling in reinforcements. So it just adds to kind of like the frustration, and that's one thing I just did not like in Watch Dogs 2, and I really hope they change that in Watch Dogs 3. If you're playing like on a really hard difficulty, that would be fine, but if I'm just trying to have fun and just like play casually, I don't want like 7 guards calling in reinforcements at once. I mean, that's just annoying, and I really hated that in Watch Dogs 2. So, especially when I don't take out anyone yet, they just spot me and they call it in. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So that's one thing I didn't like in Watch Dogs 2, and I hope that they can fix that in Watch Dogs 3. So the next thing is another like gameplay feature, and then for me, this one has to be better graphics. I mean, since we saw the first Watch Dogs demo, I believe that was like in 2013 because they delayed the game the first time. The game looked pretty much incredible. I mean, the graphics were just great, and it really looked amazing. And personally, I think Watch Dogs, from what they showed in E3 versus what we actually got for gameplay, I think that's probably the biggest change in graphics that I've seen in pretty much any video game that I've seen in E3. They really changed the graphics, they nerfed it down a lot, the game features were different. I mean, you could arguably say they were kind of better, I guess, because I guess in the game it looks a bit more efficient, especially with like controlling like traffic lights and stuff. Because in the demo it did look like you had to take some extra steps and maybe a bit longer. But I think that overall the demo still looked better. The graphics were better. Just everything was better. The frame rate, everything. And until Watch Dogs 2, we still don't have graphics that were up to par with that demo, in my opinion. So I would like the next Watch Dogs to just be even better. I mean, the Xbox One X is out and PS4 Pro is out. It's not as powerful as the One X, but I think they should just make like a base version for the One X and just make it 4K, 60 FPS, and just make the graphics look really amazing. And I hope that they won't nerf it and make it look worse than it does in the demo, because that would be really disappointing. But I just think that the graphics in Watch Dogs just haven't been up to par with like what they showed us, and I think they're okay, but they're still not that great. The frame rate is still kind of like a big problem too, in my opinion. I talked about it earlier, but I really think they should just work on the graphics and just make it better, because in my opinion, Watch Dogs 2, it doesn't even look that much better than Watch Dogs 1. I mean, the graphics look probably slightly better, but could just be a main difference because Chicago is like more cloudy than San Francisco or California is like more sunny anyway, so that could be like one main difference. But the graphics don't even really look that better. In fact, the water looks a lot better in Watch Dogs 1 than it does in Watch Dogs 2. Could just be because of like the cloudy and different like climbing an area in Chicago over like San Francisco, but that's kind of like my opinions on it. It's kind of what I saw when I went back to Watch Dogs 1, and I prefer Watch Dogs 1's graphics anyway. So I just really hope that that could be better. So the last few reasons are just kind of small, so I'm gonna go over them kind of quickly. So the first one for the last few reasons, less car damage. I noticed in Watch Dogs 2, if you get a brand new car and you've rear-ended someone on accident, and even if it's not like that much, your car is pretty much messed up. The front bumper is like coming off, glass is all cracked, and your car basically looks kind of like a wreck. And this is kind of frustrating in Watch Dogs 2, because especially in Watch Dogs 1, you can take like a few hits before your car really looks like it was hit. I mean, you'll have like a few dents or scratches, but taking a few hits won't do much to the car a whole lot, unless it was like a high value, high performance car. Kind of like their version of like the Lamborghini or like other cars. If you took a hit with that, then you'd definitely be messed up. But with regular cars, your car wouldn't be that messed up. And I really just didn't like that in Watch Dogs 2. And I don't see any reason for that. I mean, maybe more realistic to have it like get damaged or the front bumper comes off or whatever. But for a video game, when it's basically supposed to be about fun, I really think it would be better just if the cars didn't take that much damage. Next reason is hideouts. I like the hideouts more in Watch Dogs 1, especially T-Bone's and Aiden Pierce's, because in Aiden Pierce, he has his own island, and it's a bunker. So I really think it's cool how the container, it just comes down, he goes inside, it takes him back up, and it just puts him inside. I mean, that's like a cool hideout. It really reminds me of like old TV shows I watched when I was a kid, and it just really felt like cool, like he's a real vigilante because he has like a cool hideout. In Watch Dogs 2, most of the hideouts are just like rooms in some buildings, and they're just like in open areas. One's a basement, that's the main one. And I guess the coolest one would be like kind of like the bunker that you have like off the shore, kind of near the Golden Gate Bridge, and like a little bit like kind of in that area. I mean, that's cool, but I really think it would be better if we had like some really cool hideouts that were like more like Watch Dogs 1's. And it would be even cooler if you can like customize it or choose your own spot, or like unlock more hideouts, and you can show it off to like friends online. That would be like even better. That's something I just thought about like right now. And the last thing I would like in Watch Dogs 3 is I let them take off that Watch Dogs like symbol or watchdogs.com that you have on all Watch Dogs 2 gameplays. I mean, I don't really get why they'd want to put that on every video. It's like, is it just so they know who's recording with the PS4? I don't know if it's on Xbox One. I don't have Watch Dogs on Xbox One, but I just find it kind of annoying. You notice it on all my videos or anyone else who recorded with the PlayStation 4. There's a Watch Dogs logo in the top right corner of the video. That's annoying, and I really just don't like it in videos. But basically, that's all I have to say for my wishlist for Watch Dogs 3. It could be more stuff, but these are kind of like some things, like the main things I want them to change or add or continue bringing from previous Watch Dogs games. Mainly Watch Dogs 1 because that was my favorite one. And I know Watch Dogs got a lot of controversy, especially because the graphics and the game weren't as good as they showed in E3. But I really enjoyed Watch Dogs 1. I played it a lot. I had a lot of fun with the game. But Watch Dogs 2, I think it was better in some ways, but it just didn't feel as fun to keep playing as Watch Dogs 1. Could it be because a lot of the online features weren't added from the beginning of the game, and that's kind of frustrating to me. Also, the game, like, you didn't have your full arsenal of weapons, so the game kind of felt boring because you only had like 2 weapons at a time to use. And if you ever ran into the cops, you'd only have like that air gun, that air shotgun, or the stun gun that you were messing around with. You'd only have that to defend yourself, so you'd have to escape the cops or find those weapons somewhere else and then use that to fight. I mean, I just prefer Watch Dogs 1 overall. I did like the addition of the drones, like the RC car in Watch Dogs 2, or the drone in Watch Dogs 2 as well. I mean, those were cool, but I really feel like those make some things a bit easier, and sometimes when things are too easy to do, it just makes it like not as fun to play, and kind of like doesn't help the longevity of the game in my opinion. But those are just my opinions. Tell me if you guys agree, you disagree, and what do you guys think about Watch Dogs in general? And what do you guys want in Watch Dogs 3? Tell me in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, mates.